Righto guys, the new build has arrived and it is a freebie. I am doing all this work for nothing. Old mate has a budget that he's got for this car and hopefully we can get it all done and on the road and running inside that budget. If not, might have to chip some in myself. But anyway, let's get into the video and I think you might enjoy this episode. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, keep watching guys. Well, very early Sunday morning and the sun's starting to come up and the next build is on its way. So at 10 o'clock it will be driving up that driveway. It then begins day one. So Hcm Towing brought this all the way up from Bayswater, Melbourne, all the way to Mildura. I'm not quite sure, I think it's about 650 k's. They're a local company up here, so I'll leave a link in the description and hit them up. So it did a fantastic job. The owner's been trying to get that up here, but because it doesn't run, nobody wanted to touch it. So definitely hit him up. So quick backstory on this car guys, it's a HG, it is my brother's car. He's owned it for 15 years, 16 years I think, and it spent 6 years in a panel shop before he purchased the car as well. And the car's here because he knows nothing about cars. So, the HG Prem. Looks good from far, but I tell you, a quick look, it is far from good. Let's start with that gap. So typical, people buy these cars and they know nothing about cars, but they do have friends that know things about cars, and then all of a sudden, 15 years later, it's still in the same condition. So the reality is, you can't just rely on your mates to build your car, because if they were going to build the car for you, they'd build their own car. I remember doing a paint job on a car when I was about 19, and I think it cost me more money in beer and barbecues than it did to paint the whole car. Now that it's off, so what has he done here? Looks like he's painted it with a pressure pack can. Anyway, now apparently I'll need to get that board out of the back there and have a look at that window properly. Quarter's in good nick. A little bit just down there, the dog leg, that's got to be done. None of these gaps on the doors and the guards are right, but I think he had them all off and he's only bolted them on because it's loose. Let's check the interior out. Yeah, she's pretty old. Seats and everything need redoing. Pretty much most of the interior needs redoing. Although it's not too bad. I mean, you could tidy this interior up, I reckon. Can't see behind here. Headlining, definitely. It's got a big tear in there. Unless we just repair it. Well, I just tried pulling the bonnet cable and it broke. So I'll have to get in there with a screwdriver and open that. But we do have some rust here as well. So once I get in there, that's both panels. I think actually there's 3 panels all come into one there. So all 3 of those will need doing. So I did have a crack at just starting this, but there was no way it was going to. It was obvious that it's just flooding straight out and not sparking. pulling out these. I even had my young bloke out there with a can of Start You Bastard, and still no go. So let's just check these plugs, check these leads. Now, pulling these leads out, I did notice that nearly all of them were finger tight, except for these two on that side that I'm playing with now, because you got the steering box there and a little bit difficult to get into. But that would have been one of the problems to start with. And the old leads, I mean, I don't know. The connections seemed okay. They all seemed to have been on in the first place. Now, I didn't check to see if the timing was right with these leads, which is probably something I should have looked at in the first place. But what I like to do with these leads is I like to slide the rubbers back as far as I can, connect them up to the spark plug, and then slowly work that rubber back down a bit, just to make sure that you've got a really good connection. Also, one of them was that loose, I had to tap it down and make it a little bit tighter, which I didn't mind doing. I wouldn't have done that the way I did it, except for this is going to get electronic ignition, and it's going to get all new leads, all new plugs. So the main thing to do is I want to get this running, take it for a drive around the block, see what the transmission and everything's like. But at the moment, it seems to be will it run type of video, and I was quite surprised, as you'll see at the end, just doing tiny simple things like this. Now, I didn't even change the filters or anything. Righto, so those plugs were pretty fouled up. A lot of fuel getting through there. A couple of those leads were very loose, and nearly all the spark plugs were finger tight. So everything's clean and on there. Let's have another crack at starting this car, eh? And as quick as that, there goes the will it start video. Alright, that's running, but it does not sound happy. Might just do the timing. Well, let's see if we've got gears. Well, we've got reverse. We've got no brakes though. They're as hard as and going straight to the floor. Brake lights on, so I dare say we're out of fluid. Let's take it down the road. Oh, that transmission's changing beautiful. Got a good miss in it though. Come on baby, change again. Yes. That's 3 gears, guys. Shit, no brakes. I'm going to class that as a driving car. Don't know much about stopping, but that's driving. Let's go back and check to see what the temperatures have got up like. I can actually put it on the hoist now and have a look underneath, but I reckon I might drive this a few more times and just get this transmission flowing. just to make sure it doesn't start leaking or stop, because I don't really want to build the transmission. I just want to put just a basic kit, front, rear seals, give it a service. We'll just get this up to temperatures which aren't working. Might be working, I just can't see it through the dust. So let's just take this back to the shed and we'll check the oils and check the water level and all that sort of stuff, and then we might take it for another drive after that. Well, sometimes you think you got a nice car sitting there ready to go, and then somebody pulls up in this. Unbelievable. This isn't getting any work done. But anyway, it is what it is. Okay, day 2. We know this runs and drives. Brakes, not so good, but they are actually working. Now, it's full of parts. We need to make room in this shed to clean everything out and get it on the hoist. Right. Now, let's unload this car. Didn't help that there's a bumper bar right there underneath the brake pedal yesterday while I was trying to drive it. But anyway, it is what it is. Don't even know what's in the boot yet. Let's get a screwdriver. Come on, get in there, buggy. Okay. Wow, I take it that's the back windscreen. I want to check the back of this car out. We'll start with the back. So the first thing I noticed was the boot's a different colour, which accounts for the wrong badge being on the boot. So this is a 3-speed. Also, a lack of nuts and bolts and things like that I noticed as well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go right through and make a whole list and order them, or just try and find some second-hand ones. But I also noticed there is no beer in the boot. Not one. I'm doing this build for free. Okay, so having a look, I can't believe this is an unmolested parcel shelf in this car as well, which is a good sign for things to come when we chuck it up on the hoist. And I can't see any rust in this boot whatsoever. A little bit of surface rust there where I think water's been sitting for a while, but all the way around that tank is just spot on. Can't wait to get it up on the hoist and just see and make sure my eyes are seeing. That's not bloody bad, I tell you. That's pretty freaking good inside there. There wouldn't be too many who are getting around like that haven't been touched. So I just get all this rubbish out of the front of this car, and maybe, just maybe, there might be a beer in there, but I doubt it very much. My main concern with this car is all the nuts and bolts. They are quite hard to track down, and generally when you've got to buy something, you've got to buy the whole lot. And it's more time consuming than it is anything else. It's not the price, it's just how long it takes you to get them when you realise you haven't got them. Now, I did notice that a lot of these trims were damaged, and they're going to need a little bit of work to put back on. Now, big shout out to a mate of mine, John, who's living down Whoop Whoop. I know you watch my videos, John, and Tyson and I are going to come down and visit you. But don't wait at the gate for too long, because it might not be for a couple of weeks or whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching, mate. Now, check these floors out. They are unbelievable. I didn't speed the camera up for this one, just so I could let you guys see what the floors are really like, and I'm just unbelievably blown away by them. Well, that has just saved me days worth of work. Those floors, they're pretty well spot on. I haven't seen anything like that, even back in the bloody 80s when we used to buy these for 50 bucks. You had to put the Herald Sun under the friggin' brake pedal. Stop the water from hitting you in the face. So up we go, guys, and from what I've seen on the inside, I'm expecting the underneath to be pretty good, but maybe a touch of rust. Righto, let's have a look. I know I got that. This is all in pretty good nick. Holy crap. So that's those two skins there. Easy fix. Wow, the K-frame so far. Oh my God. I don't believe it. I do not. There is no rust that side. Holy crap. No rust that side. Oh my God, that is just unbelievable. Now, a couple of the young viewers out there, not that I've got many of them anyway, would be wondering why I'm getting excited about not seeing a rust under this car. Now, Holden Ford Valiant, they didn't use metal that was treated back in the day. It was just raw steel, and majority of the time the car was made, then painted. Nothing was painted separately. The car wasn't dipped, so they're just prone to being rust. Anywhere you get water on it, it would rust. So to come across a car like this, it hasn't been touched before, and not to have that rust in it, yeah, I did get excited. I mean, this is a true survivor, this car. There's that bit coming through here. Now, I don't know what's going on here, but I reckon the bottom of that has rusted out, and they've covered it. So once I hit that with a grinder. The plan for this is to clean this, rust treat it, give it a good undercoat, like a rust conversion undercoat, paint it gloss black, and then hit it with Raptor. Now, I'm a fan of the Raptor, so I'll do exactly the same on the inside and the outside. Well, that's the HG Prem. Had a good going over it. We've made a massive parts list for that. There's a couple of things I've already forgot, so we'll add another $1,000 on that parts list of things that I forgot to get. Shockers, and I think he wants to lower it, so I'll have to talk to him about that before I order them, but I need to talk to him in the next few days, get this done before the end of the financial year. How are those floors? How's the rust in this thing? Right. That's just amazing, an amazing survivor car. Now, next video, I'll be stripping it down, and we'll do all underneath, and we'll do all the floors, get them treated, painted, and ready to assemble. So pull all the front end apart. I'm going to drop that subframe out onto the ground and rebuild the whole lot. I'm not just going to go the basic parts on. I can't see any sense in that. The difference in price is about $250 to buy the complete kit, or get a minor kit. I might as well get the complete kit. It's not my money, somebody else's. And then you know it's done. So, well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. We searched the car, front and back, could not find one beer in there, which I thought he might have at least sent it up with a beer in there. Anyway, it is what it is. Now, the next episode, we're going to get the engine, transmission, the whole front end off, out, and the diff, so that we can prep everything for paint. We're probably going to paint it first, then do all the mechanical, so that'll all be coming up in the next video. Thank you kindly for watching. Like, subscribe, share it with your mates, and we'll catch you on the next one. Now, there is going to be another tools giveaway. Hopefully I can announce what it is going to be in the next video, but I haven't been down to buy anything yet. And I was thinking something with a metal box, because I do have a laser here, and I can laser something on the top of it. Keep tuned, and let's see. Thanks for watching.